Welcome back. St. Lucia is gearing up to welcome its first international cruise ship in July. The Ministries of Health and Tourism are collaborating and actively engaging in discussions with cruise officials on the safe return of cruise tourism.
And the model we are looking at is quite similar to that used by the tourism sector, where it will be a bubble, quite different to what is regularly seen with the cruise sector being able to freely roam. So they would be allowed to go to approved sites and attractions. In relation to Point Seraphine, as far as the discussion has been, is that Point Seraphine being the ship's berth there, that they would be a part of the sites and attraction. The difference would be is that on the days when the cruise ships come in, locals would not be allowed to access the shops on that day. So this is a discussion that is happening, and the Ministry of Tourism is liaising with the various sectors to ensure that all of the necessary protocols are put in place.
Prime Minister Alan Chastanet says protocols have been established, but talks are continuing to address gray areas.
What we're looking at is that everybody who would be on the ship would be vaccinated. Both the crew as well as the guests. The complicated matter is that persons under the age of 18 and certainly persons under the age of 10 are probably not going to be vaccinated, and what are the protocols we're going to put in place, and that's what we're working through right now for those specific persons.
That was Prime Minister Alan Chastanet. The government of St. Lucia says it remains committed to fulfilling its mandate to improve the standard of living for all St. Lucians. This, it says, includes affording citizens the opportunity to purchase land. In that regard, a number of housing developments have commenced, the most recent being the Talvin housing development.
Officials of the National Housing Corporation, NHC, have informed that the Talvin housing development will aid in remedying unplanned development in the area and increase land ownership. Phase 1 of the project consists of 49 lots, totaling 280,373 square feet, and Phase 2 consists of 39 lots, totaling 146,860 square feet of land. Former chairman of the National Housing Corporation, Timothy Mangal, provided some insight into Phase 3 of the development.
Talvin Phase 3 is a total of 899,108 square feet of saleable lands into 132 residential lots. And those lots, of course, range from 14,000 square feet in the largest to 5,000 square feet as the smallest lot. There are also 2 commercial properties on this site, one for a community center. There's 1 institutional lot, 2 open spaces as required by the Development Control Authority, 1 lot for a water tank, a Wasco water tank. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this development will have its own water reservoir right at the top there, and it will be propelled by gravity to the entire development and to this neighborhood. This development was approved by the Development Control Authority in February of 2020. And certainly you could see the standard that as you drove there, you could see the quality of the infrastructure so far.
Representative for Fresh Start Construction Company Limited, Peter Felicien, explaining the company's role in the project, called for increased partnership with relevant agencies.
We are committed to give our St. Lucian people a piece of St. Lucia. And the model that we have is that we go in and we do all the designs, we get the approvals, we go in, we put in the infrastructure, and we get all the approvals, and we get paid after the sale of lands. So we are hoping that more significant partners can come in. If you notice, Mr. Bolan is here, I have not even mentioned the partnership with the banks because they're not present as yet. I'm still hopeful that the banks will come in and be able to partner in ventures like this.
Minister for Agriculture, Fisheries, Natural Resources and Cooperatives and Parliamentary Representative for Babono, Honorable Ezekiel Joseph, explained the options for individuals seeking to purchase land.
The agreement is that those of us who wants to go into a lease arrangement, and let me explain that. You don't have to go to Mr. Boland at the bank. You can go directly to National House and say, look, every month I'm going to give you $200. I'm occupying 5,000 square feet. The total is $35,000. Every month I'm going to give you $200. That is what we call a lease purchase arrangement, which means you don't go to a bank, but you rent the land, and at the end of the 5-6 years, National Housing Authority would give you a deed of sale. Or you can go to Mr. Boland and get a loan from St. Lucia Development Bank, and the land will be sold to you at $6 a square foot. So that's the option you have. And of course, I'm still negotiating to see how we can bring it lower.
Minister for Economic Development, Housing, Urban Renewal, Transport and Civil Aviation, Honorable Guy Joseph, promised the residents of Talvan nothing short of the best.
This is a proud development for us. It is one that is going to be up to the highest standards of development. Some people think that some places are too rural to give them the best. But this government has a completely different perception. For me, St. Lucia is too small to have anywhere as rural. La Panbitation encore. They don't have countryside. Anywhere you live in St. Lucia, you ought to have access to the same facilities that everybody else who live in what they call the more prestigious places in St. Lucia. You're entitled to it. And the people of Talvan and Babono, we will give you nothing short of a world-class housing development in Talvan.
Managing Director of the St. Lucia Development Bank, Vincent Boland, highlighted the bank's role and the importance of such ventures.
We at the Development Bank, we have had an audacious goal in that we want to be able to partner with the government and National Housing to be able to develop not only Talvan, but to develop the sites that were identified around the entire island, so that it will give persons, one, opportunities to have work in the actual developments, and it'll give persons access to that wealth creation. So it will be not just affording opportunities for all, which is one of our slogans, but it will be providing and creating wealth, transferring wealth to St. Lucians.
The National Housing Corporation is expected to commence work on Phase 4 of the project in short order. From the Government Information Service, I am Janelle Norville.
The Caribbean Hotel and Tourism Association Education Foundation is inviting the public to help change the course of a Caribbean hospitality professional's career by purchasing raffle tickets. The foundation is launching its annual fundraising drive in support of training and education initiatives for hospitality workers in the region. The fundraiser will feature travel auctions and raffles for hotel stays donated by properties across the Caribbean. The first raffle of 2021 is presented by St. Lucia's Body Holiday Spa Resort. It has donated a 5-night all-inclusive stay. Raffle tickets for the Body Holiday prize draw are US $55. The draw closes on Tuesday, the 25th of May. To participate, visit go.eventgroovefundraising.com/2021 Body Holiday. Funds raised by the foundation helped train more than 750 hospitality staff in 2019 and have provided more than 80 scholarships in the past 5 years. The state of emergency in Trinidad and Tobago, which began on Sunday, the 16th of May, for a 15-day period, is being extended for a period of 3 months. The 3 months of the extension, once approved by the House of Representatives, which meets on Monday, would begin from the 15th day from 12:01 a.m. on Sunday, the 30th of May to August. This is the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. Stay with us when we return the latest weather forecast.